Quentin, Compton-Bishop, and I'm the chairman of the Levantine Heritage Foundation. I just want to say a few words of welcome. We've got a few new people here this evening. Just say that over the summer it's been fairly quiet, but I'd like to confirm that things are actually moving quite rapidly. We have decided that membership of the foundation will be free and that we are going to fund ourselves through donations, both corporate and individual. And so we're setting our budget and business plan for the next year, and we'll be allocating certain amounts of money towards growing the organisation, attracting more corporate and individual members, to funding our first pieces of research, and also, of course, there will be some administrative costs. But we aim to keep those as low as possible. We are a charity, and it's very much top of mind that we don't spend money unnecessarily. One of the things that came out of our meeting earlier was that we have decided that we will have another symposium, which will be in 2014 in Istanbul. So for those that attended, I think 2 years ago, in Izmir, it was a great success. I think we probably had 50, 60 people attend. And for those who haven't yet got a copy of the proceedings, we do still have a few books left available for sale. What else do I need to cover? I think it would be useful if the trustees could just quickly identify themselves for everybody once I finish. I also just want to say a note of thanks to Craig Ensign, who is our founding trustee, the one who started it all, the one who's put the website together, and the one who continues probably to do the most of all of us. So I'm the front guy, he's the one who does the work. But I also like the other trustees just very quickly to identify themselves, because if you do have any questions, then they're the ones to talk to. So on my right.
Hello, I'm Philip Mansel. I'm a historian, and I did a book on the Levant, the cities of the Levant, Smyrna, Alexandria and Beirut, and I'm now writing on another one that I left out, Aleppo, which is going through a terrible time. And I just want to confirm what Quentin said. There is this growing interest in the Levant, in Levantines, in all of us, and in Salonika in late October this year there is an international conference to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the entry of the Greek army into Salonika, now Thessaloniki. That's the University of Salonika. I'm sure very interesting things will come out of it, and hopefully a whole re-examination of what it means to be an Ottoman city as Salonika was, and then transformed into a Greek city and really quite ruthlessly Hellenized. And secondly, in January, I'm very happy to tell you that the Hellenic Centre in London, in Paddington Street, which has a wonderful cultural organisation, is putting on an exhibition which was in Athens about Smyrna, about the last years of Smyrna, with films, with lectures, with photographs. Presumably there will be music and so on, and that is from the second half of January to the second half of February. So I'm sure we will all meet up there again. And I think it's a wonderful idea to have a conference in Istanbul, and I think in 2013 there is a big Orientalist exhibition in Marseille, so perhaps some French Levantines will emerge. Anyway, wider and wider grows the Levantine Heritage Foundation. Thank you very much.
Jonathan Beard
Good evening. My family went to Turkey in 1846. I'm the 6th generation of the Beard-Cottoni family. I was born in Beirut, my father in Damascus. Our business is shipping and trading. We traded cotton, tobacco, dried fruit, and we took care of shipping companies that are no longer, except one of them, P&O. Our businesses have grown only because we reinvested. And sadness is that the Levantines are reducing in numbers only because they didn't reinvest in those countries of the East Mediterranean. Otherwise, to this day, the Levantines would have been as numerous as is so well written in Philip's books. So this Heritage Foundation is particularly interesting to us as the Beard-Cottoni family. And I'm delighted that this wonderful group is, if you like, the start of something that will become very large and will manifest itself beautifully over the next few years. So good luck to all here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Other trustee George Vassiadis.
Yes, well, I'm a historian by training. My real interest is the history of the Greek communities of the Levant, if you'd like to call it that. Cities like Constantinople, Istanbul, Izmir, Alexandria, Cairo, and others. The social and political history, the cultural history, the atmosphere of these places. But another thing that interests me is the family and business links between the Levantine families and the Greek families and other families from Western Europe that connect all these towns and these cities and these countries. And it really is amazing because you can create a link starting in Western Europe, and through marital connections and business connections, you can make your way to Persia. And that stands for the 16th century to the 20th century. And that's, I think, what's fascinating about this Levantine history. You learn about people and about the families and the connections between them. And it's a very, very interesting way about finding about more about history, I think.
Unless Craig has something else to say, but one of the things we've also decided it's important to expand our trustee group. It's essential for us to include Turkish trustees and also members of the academic community from Turkey, so that we actually are able to build a much broader platform for the foundation. So we're in the process of identifying potential trustees from the academic community in Turkey. So if you have suggestions or recommendations, do talk to our academic historian trustees, Philip and George, and I'm sure they'll be delighted to receive your suggestions. So anyway, to dinner, unless Craig, you want to add in.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you.
Wonderful.